got March here, people. Day 21, getting our paper wet. How about that? How you doing today? How you feeling? Check in with yourself. Are you banging it out on this Monday? Are you excited? Are you getting things going? We got a busy Monday today, so I wanted to get in here early, get this out, okay? So I make sure that we can keep our momentum going, folks. You know, we got to do that. Get that fly out of here. We're getting attacked by flies. What's going on, huh? What's going on? Well, is your fire stoked and all that good stuff? You got the critical eye in the hole, and you got your schedule lined up. That's what we want to talk about, okay? We got all that lined up. Now, tomorrow I'm going to talk a little bit about making the critical eye your ally. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. You might want to think about it like this. You know, there's a lot of criticism going around. You know, people say, oh, well, you didn't give me that criticism in good faith. It's not a good faith criticism. Or you were too mean with that criticism or whatever. Well, none of that matters. And I'm going to tell you why and how to use it tomorrow. Okay, so make sure you come back tomorrow and check that out. No problem. We're going to get that going good. All right. Now, I'm sending out all the first round of sticker packs, okay? They're going to be looking like this. They got the envelope. Boom. Blue envelope. Keep your eye out on the blue envelope. Okay, I got a whole another 2 boxes filled with blue envelopes, people. I only ordered 200 stickers of each one. I might have to even get some more. You know what I mean? I didn't realize the list was that long. But hell, I don't care. It's a lot of fun to send them out. And I love saying thank you to everybody who came along for the journey and supported us on our sketchbook challenge. I really appreciate that. Really do. I can't express more than creating stickers and, you know, drawing them up, conceptualizing them, trying to do the computer work to put it together, then sending it off to the sticker people and make sure they print it right, and then finally, you know, pay for it and get it 2 weeks later. And, you know, really makes me excited. I know the sticker packs look like this, and they might not be that much, but there's a lot of work that went into these and a lot of love, and I hope you guys feel that too when you get them. And I hope you're excited about it, and I hope it makes you smile, and I hope you put it somewhere where every time you look at it, you get a little chuckle, little smile, right? And we're going to make more stickers because those are fun to do and fun to send out for people, and they're cost effective for me because, you know, shipping's only like a stamp, so I like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, so keep on the eye for the turquoise envelope. Now, if you one of them people and you were helping support and you were cheering us along or whatever, you know, and you didn't give me your address, make sure you do that because time's running out, all right? Then I'm also sending the prizes out to the people who did the challenge themselves and posted it for the 30 days and all that, so that'll be fun too. That's a little hush-hush. All right. Got to speed it up today because we got a little interview going on later. At about 11 o'clock my time, I got an interview, checking the time right now. Got plenty of time, so I want to try and, you know, get this recorded, edited, and out by the time I got to do my interview, right? Because then I got to edit that. You know what I'm saying? Jeez. Good stuff, though. It's exciting. It's exciting. That's what we want. We want excitement. Fresh blood, new insights, novel ideas, new wrinkles to be excited about, a new reason to look forward to something on the end of the week. Be like, oh, yeah, we're going to do that. That's going to be awesome. Now we're starting to feel like how we did. We were going to go to Disneyland or something like that back in the day, or like you knew the fair was coming to town, and so on Friday you going to the fair, gonna get some funnel cake, gonna go poke at the big pigs. I ain't talking about the 4-H ones. I'm talking about the ones walking around. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. I got a funny little story for you. I just made that fly getting all in my business. I just had me a little emergency almost, you know. So the other day I was walking around. I'm walking around the golf course. I got a whole bunch of golf courses up here in the desert. You know, go figure. Who knew, right? And they're all really pretty. And it's the only place that there's grass. So sometimes that's where I go take my walk, or I do my runs or my workouts or whatever. You know, I usually ride the bike. I got a, you know, spin bike. But I like to get out and go around. And sometimes I even go up there and paint. And so I'm always got my eyes peeled for like new desert, you know, flora that I can get a hold of, you know, and that I can, you know, chaparral or whatever. And I'm growing them really cool cactus, and I'm growing other desert plants that do crazy things that I ain't never seen before. But when it comes time for them to bloom, they make the craziest colors. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta have some of that. So I see this like really cool looking like flower. It looks like a lily. I'm I'm like, oh, that's nice. I like that. So I cruise by, and there's like seeds around it. So I grab some of the seed pods from the ground, right? So then I plant them, and I go off about my business. I'm doing other things or whatever. It's like just this little side project just to look forward to and have fun with. It's a little bit like Sim City, but with plants, you know what I mean? So I'm doing my thing, and a couple months go by, and they just started blooming. So I was like, wow. And I'm looking at them, and I'm watching them during the day, and they bloom, and then like the next day they're dead. They're gone. I'm like, well, that's fast. So then I'm doing my thing in the middle of the night or whatever, and I'm looking over there, go out back, and I see that they bloom in the nighttime. So they're nighttime flowers. I'm like, well, that's strange, but it's kind of cool, I guess, the desert. And they have a really strong pollen, and it smells really sweet, really nice. Get out of here, fly. And so I'm like, oh, this is great. But they die really quickly. The flowers die off really quickly, the lilies. And they're like this big. They're big trumpets, you know? And I'm like, wow. I'm thinking, wow, it must be a bat or some big moth, or what gets in there to pollinate them? Something crazy that comes out at night. I don't know. So I'm like all excited about it, but then my nose really starts itching. And it started itching in such a way I've never experienced before. Like my whole tip of my nose started tingling and got numb. And I was just like, this is the weirdest thing in the world. And then I got a little like I felt like I was dragging, you know, out of energy, and I got a little bit of headache the past couple days, and as soon as I open the back door back there, like my nose starts running and starts itching, I start sneezing and all this kind of stuff. My eyes start watering, and I'm just like, man, you know, I feel it right now. So I go, what kind of flower is this anyway? You know, so I start to look it up and take a picture and try to find it. Guess what it is? It's called devil's breath. Devil's breath. And they make scopolamine out of it. Scopolamine. They said it's like the fucking most toxic plant in the world. Don't touch it. Don't sniff it. Stay away from it. And here I got it all right in my back, you know, door at my backyard. I got the fan blowing it in so I can smell it, whatever. I'm gassing myself, man. Isn't that crazy? So I gotta get my gloves on and get her outside so I don't fucking die. You heard about that scopolamine, right? Those scopolamine queens down in like Costa Rica, El Salvador, or Colombia or whatever, and they hit on the men, and then they drop the scopolamine powder in their drink. The men drink it, and they don't wake up for like 3 or 4 days. Sometimes they wake up and their watch is gone. They wake up and all of their wallets are gone. A couple of them wake up in a tub full of ice, and their kidneys are gone. Yeah, so I got that guy out of here real quick. But hey, man, that was some crazy business, right? Crazy business this morning. My head's still like, what the hell? What the hell? And I should have known something was wrong. It's too pretty, smelled too good, and it grew too easily. Anytime things grow super easy, you know, something's up. You know what I mean? It's like you're at a bar and this attractive, like, knockout 10 supermodel comes up to you and says, I like the way you look and you sound really funny. Tell me more about you. Bitch, you trying to rob me? Stay away from my drink. Don't drop that scopolamine in there. Get away. You know? You gotta be a little bit ugly or something for me to take you serious. You gotta have a little ding on your car body or something, a little blemish or something. Be like, okay, maybe, all right. Because I ain't rich right now, you know what I'm saying? Maybe later, but not right now. So, okay, so what are we going to do today, folks? We got to get down to business. We're coming up on the last week of our 30-day challenge already. Can you believe that? Big hand clap to you guys. Hand clap, golf clap. Woo, 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 woo. So, what I want you guys to do is I want you to think about this last week or 8 days or whatever. What we're going to do is we're going to develop an image, and we're going to take the concept of the image from the beginning to the end. Okay, you're like, what are you talking about? Haven't we been doing that already? So I want you to think about this. Think about somebody shows up and they give you a commission. They say, I want to commission you to do some artwork for me. Okay, and you're like, oh, word, dog, I'm all about this. Let's go. And they say, here's the basic subject. I want you to do the thumbnails, 3 thumbnails, and then work it up to color composition, and then choose one of them and make it into a final piece of artwork. And that's what we're going to do. So now I was thinking about doing that lily, right? That dragon's breath. And I still might do it. You know, it's simply irresistible. The best ones are. You know what I mean? Now, but you could do like a comic book cover, or you could do, you know, a car, or you could do a mug, or you could do whatever you want, you know, your own character or whatever. But think like this, that somebody walked up to you and they said, I want to commission you to do some work. And I want you guys, we're going to practice on how to do that. And we're going to practice on how to communicate with that other person that commissioned you, so that you bring them along and they know what roughly what your visual ideas are, so there's no surprises, you know, when it comes time to collect that check. You know what I'm saying? So what I want you to do first today is I want you to think about what you'd like to draw, what you'd like to watercolor. I want you to think about, what is it that I'm interested in? If I was going to commission somebody, so you're going to pretend like you're two people. First, pretend like you're the guy that, or the girl that's walking up and saying, I want to commission you to do me a painting of Devil's Breath Lily. And then I want you to jump in the other shoes and be the artist and say, oh, sounds good. I think I can do that. Yes, yes, yes. And then you jump in the other shoes and say, work me up 3 thumbnails and we'll pick the best one. And you, oh, okay, I'll do 3 thumbnails. Yes, yes, yes. And you say, okay, well, on, you know, tomorrow we'll check back in via Skype or Zoom or whatever, you know, Discord, and we'll talk about your thumbnails and I'll tell you which one to go with. And you say, oh, okay, I'll have the 3 thumbnails ready for you tomorrow. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. I want you to have the 3 thumbnails ready for me tomorrow, and we're going to talk about it. Now you can just, you know, pencil them in, you can ink them in if you want, whatever you want to do. And then be planning on the next day, we're going to take that and do a color composition on it. So what that means is we're going to take 3 different color harmonies, 3 different color ideas, and we're going to apply them to each one of the thumbnails. Okay? So that at the end of the 2 days, we have 3 thumbnails colored 3 different ways, and we can pick the one we like best. You got me? Now that means you can also pick the color harmony, you can mix and match and all kinds of stuff like that, but we'll talk about that later. So get excited about it. Get out there. Get yourself commissioned. I'm commissioning you. Okay? So come on. We got to put some money in your pocket. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get out there and let's do it.